The oldest chessmen ever discovered, dated about 700 AD, have now been reproduced for the first time. Unearthed by archaeologist Yuri Buryakov in 1977 under a fallen wall of the central cathedral of Afrasiab, the ancient city of Samarkand. This city of the Silk Road was home to the Persian Zoroastrian civilization of Sogdiana, who welcomed a stream of Chinese, Hindu, Buddhist, and Muslim 7th century travelers. Today, the chessmen we recognize as the international standard is the Staunton design from the 19th century England. But this style represents only one of today's thriving chess cultures. Looking back, over past centuries, chessmen have taken on thousands of shapes and identities, and have generated hundreds of variants, all maintaining the central principles of the classic royal game that continues to fuel the human imagination. Finally, back before the 16th century, we find the abstract Persian Arab style of chessmen that swept through the Mideast up into Europe. But even earlier are the figurative pieces found at Afrasiab. These 7 pieces, according to Professor Buryakov, present us with all the basic figures of Chaturang, the ancient Persian form of chess. According to the earliest known document ever to describe chessmen, the Persian Explanation of Chaturang and the Invention of Nard, 600 AD, we know they included a king, a general, elephants, horses, ministers on the flanks, and soldiers forming the row of pawns, quite similar to the lineup we know today. With the help of detailed photographs of these ancient ivory pieces, and a handful of similar period artifacts found along the Silk Road, it's been possible to rebuild this early chess set, to complete worn and damaged areas, and reconstruct lost portions according to the ancient Persian design. Pieces like the pawn, splintered in the front, are filled out, naturally completing the face, shield, sword, leg, and base. For the fragmented elephant, propped up by a post, legs have been reinstated, renewing the form of this chess piece, a standard figure on chessboards for many centuries to come. Most important of all, the king in this design rides in back, guided by a team of horses and their driver. Here, after 1,300 years, the king is back in his traveling throne. While the king can be quickly identified, the pawns are well known, and the horseman has endured through all of these centuries. The rook, from ancient Persian ruh meaning flank, is often depicted as a charioteer, but most interesting, the rider on the left here, according to chess historian Isaac Linder, would have been the general riding a mounted lion of great mythological significance. For modern players, this full set of chessmen has been rescaled to 150% size. Felts have been added, and each set is numbered on the underside of the White King. They have been colored an antique ivory tone, with darker pieces similar to the color of centuries-old ivory that's been buried in the earth. Here's the full lineup of pieces. The set also allows an alternative arrangement preferred by some historians, with the charioteer as queen. An additional lion rider is provided as an extra queen, or the flank ministers, the rooks, for players who choose this interpretation. With this full set, even the modern Indian array is possible, with elephants as rooks. The Afrasiab chessmen come in a customized cardboard box, partitioned to hold the pieces. Limited edition of 300 sets, available exclusively from AncientChess.com.